Hiya folks, me. I just thought I'd do this video, which is a very quick one because there's only 4 items to show today. And I've set myself, I've gone on a mission, and what I'm going to do is start collecting Judas Priest 7-inch singles. There's a load of stuff in the press and that about Priest at the moment, but I'm not going into any of that lot. But I've been thinking about it, doing it for about 2 years now, and I want to see how many I can actually collect. And it's not an easy thing. Because you rarely see them in record stores. I suppose the most common single would be Breaking the Law off British Steel, because it did get high up in the British charts. But I've got 4 here, 2 I already owned and 2 I got last week to kick it all off. And I have made this video before, but I found a bit of an anomaly and it confused me on one of these records, so I had to do some research. I'll tell you about it in a minute. So the first song, the first single is Take on the World. That was off Killing Machine, and he got Starbreaker live on the flip side, the B side. That was Sin After Sin, and it was not unusual for him to give you a live track on a 7-inch, but yeah, it's on the CBS label, and it's a great piece. I had this one. This is another one I found in a record store. If you ever find them in record stores, it's quite a big achievement. They don't normally see a lot, but that's that record. And that was the label they signed for after, when they did Sin After Sin was the first album on that label. They did 2, then they went sort of onto a bigger label. But yeah, it's a nice little piece to the collection. Got to get rid of this cover, keep forgetting. And the second item was the Anomaly. It threw me. You got 2 songs off British Steel, and that's what confused me. It's on a Defenders of the Faith cover. Free Will Burning and Breaking the Law a B-side. Breaking the Law is a live track. This came out in 83. Defenders came out in 84, and Steel, I believe, came out 79, 80. So if anybody knows anything about this, but I reckon this was like, I'm trying to work out what it is, and because I thought it was off Defenders, and I had to wrap my brain. I thought, hang on, none of these 2 songs appeared on Defenders, so I just had to do some research because I'll get it wrong otherwise. But yeah, it's a strange one, but it's a beautiful thing of the stage set, and that was Metallion, that was called, I believe. And Rob used to stand there, it's Rage You in the Air, it was called Metallion. But that was the Defenders of the Faith. That's one of my favourite Judas Priest albums. I play that one a lot. And yeah, it's a killer stage set. To me, that is all Judas Priest. No other band would have a stage set like that one. It's just out this world. But yeah, that's why I had to sort of stop filming. So it confused me, which is not a hard thing to do, let's face it. But that's the cover on that one. Again on CBS. Is it? Yeah, CBS. And orange. Not very heavy metal, but that's 1983 for you. And they smell, oh, can't beat that smell. Record covers. Once you get that out your head, you're hooked on vinyl. Now, the next one is a strange one as well. If you look at that picture, that's actually a 7-inch, but it plays as a 33-inch. Or sorry, a 33 revs. And these were issued by a company called Scoot. Whether they were officials, I doubt it, because if it had a silver label, they were called Silver Mercury or Silver somethings. I know Johnny Cash had one, but this picture's very early Priest. I reckon probably in the first 2 or 3 years. There's a very young Rob Halford there, and all the guys were young. And you've got 6 tracks here from, I think, 72 to 79. And it all plays. It's in beautiful condition. There was a name for them, Mercury or something they called them it. But it's in beautiful condition, no marks or anything. It looks like it's brand new. And you can always tell if you look in the disc there, and there's any flash, you know you're onto a good thing because it hasn't been played. But yeah, that's it there. But I doubt if that's authorised. I'll be surprised if it is. I won't go as far as say it's a bootleg. But my guess is that picture ain't copyrighted either. That's something they found somewhere and put this little package together. But it's something nice to own. A Judas Priest anyway. and really pleased, chuffed to have it. Now the last is the Holy Grail in my collection. This is probably one of the best records I've ever collected in my whole record collecting career. And what was marvellous, I paid £1 for it. And I have to hide this one. It's nowhere near the collection because a lot of people's eyes have popped out their heads when they've seen this. This is Beyond the Realms of Death, white label promotion. That was off Stained Class. And on the back you had them two tracks, Rock and Roll, I can't see them, and Hellbent for Leather. And it was on the CBS again, and it's just out of this world. Absolutely amazing. It's Beyond the Realms of Death. My favourite Judas Priest song of all time. I like Better By You, Better, is it Better By, I can never say it right, but Spooky Tooth originally wrote it. But finding your favourite Judas Priest song on a white label promo for £1, that's about $2 American, and people's eyes have popped out their head when they've seen this. So did mine when I saw it. But yeah, it's a major thing to my collection, and I don't think I'll find any better singles than this, but I'll give it a good go. But it's just a lovely piece to have, and it's also like contradicted as well, because I was just looking at the writing. Apparently it was Holford and Binks, and apparently KK Downing said he wrote the song. Whatever, I don't know, but I just thought I'd point that one out. But yeah, it's an amazing track. But that's me small collection. I've got 4 at the moment. I should buy a couple next week. But I said the reason why I did this, it ain't going to break the bank. It ain't going to sort of send me into squalor or poverty. You know what I mean? Something I can afford to do. We've just been told that we can now go back to gigs. They're lifting all lockdown rules from the 19th of July in this country. Our Prime Minister's on TV. That's why I've come in here to do a video. And basically, after July the 19th, we can all go back to gigs. I might go and see. I'm booked to see Michael Schenker and Doro, and everything should return back to normal after the 19th. Wearing masks is optional. Social distancing is optional. Everything really. But anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed this vid, and till the next time.